like you said, I'm definitely hoping to see more of the Battletoads, since I still have PTSD.
Well, everybody's getting an ad now, so they probably don't even hear us.
No,
I'll wait a few seconds.
No, Star Child, yours did not crash, so I don't know exactly what happened there. I think it's because since we're starting this whole thing new with the webcams, this might be
A little
what
more
caused
taxing
it
than
unexpectedly.
usual.
Yeah, than we thought. I just had the idea because I was like, it's like I'm the leader, but I'm not the one who gets seen on camera. And we should all be seen.
blasphemy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're good. Go ahead, Metal. I think we're good. We should
Go
be
ahead.
Mm.
Yeah, I should be good
Okay.
now.
Like I said, definitely Battletoads. Still have PTSD from the Turbo Tunnel. It's been way too long since it's been back. Fables Aid. Okay, it's what's the best way to put it? It's a franchise I have a weird history with, so I'm kind of always interested to see like a new version, but I'm just going into it expecting to be disappointed because, lies.
Yes. We know who we know who you're referring to, dude.
Well, yeah, it's, one of the big three liars in the game industry
Oh,
today. So.
One of the biggest, in fact.
Let's just say our buddy Guru Larry loves to always bring that up.
Just as a note, Chestnut.
Starchild asks, Metal, has Xbox said
Hello,
anything about
you.
cross-platform?
They've
have
been
they not
they've been very supportive of it. Like, I know, Minecraft is cross-platform with PC and Switch, not PS4, because they're obstinate bitches. But
LPH and Lord Doom got some good ones in there.
yeah, but yeah, they're very open with crossplay, so we might see maybe more of that. Maybe some more multiplats are going to go crossplay, like I said, with the PC and the Switch versions. Maybe, obviously, as the situation warrants. Probably not PS4 because Halo. Now, Halo's another series that I've actually played since the very first game, and I've kind of not played Halo terribly much in the past 5 years or so. But with Master Chief Collection coming to PC, I'm getting kind of that I don't want to say hyped, but I'm definitely kind of getting the Halo bug a little bit again. So I'm definitely interested to see maybe some actual, dates for the Master Collection for PC. Because I know the big thing is them porting Reach. Them porting and remastering Halo Reach, which I know is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm interested to see that. Then, of course, for Infinite, or Halo 6, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Obviously, still looking forward to that. Wasn't terribly impressed by the teaser trailer they showed last year, but
oh yeah,
just showed us some wildlife and Marines. So yeah.
And Master Chief holding out his helmet, but even though you can't see his face.
I'd wish they'd just get that over with and just show it already, but
you think they would, but
some good stuff in the chat, by the way. Before LPH said, "Gears of War, sex and violence is the Americans' way."
Oh yeah,
that's another thing that they announced last year that we haven't seen really anything from yet, which is Gears Pop.
That's right, the Funko Pop Gears.
The Funko Pop Gears game, which was announced, and we haven't seen anything from yet.
Lord Doom, we were talking about Peter Molyneux. I said his name.
Oh God.
No. Anyways, Lord Doom said so many lies. I love it when people lie to me about games. It's my favorite, Kappa.
Oh, so Randy Pitchford.
Good old Randy.
Him too. Starchild says maybe they'll announce more crossplay stuff. Halo was a lot of fun with friends.
Like I said, I'm definitely hoping.
And LPH asks, what happened to that Halo TV show? What happened? Is it canceled?
No, that's still going on. In fact,
it's actually moving forward by what I remember. It's actually progressing. So it's actually getting somewhere, despite being in development hell for over a decade.
Yeah.
So
just 100% less Peter Jackson, if anything.
Yeah, but it seems like it is finally moving forward.
Oh,
so
no.
That's good.
Here's the funny thing, Kyle. You tend to forget. We got an upgrade from Peter Jackson to Steven Spielberg.
Yes.
Yeah, because DreamWorks is handling it, isn't it? So.
Yep, DreamWorks is handling it, and we get to hear music by none other than the king of music himself when it comes to cinema. That would be John Williams.
Now that is definitely interesting, to say the least.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But realistically, no, they'd probably have to get somebody like Bear McCreary.
Which I wouldn't complain because he's a very good composer.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad about that either.
Starchild says they'll probably try to release a TV show around the same time as the next game in a co-promotion type thing.
That would be smart.
Not surprising.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
that
would
wouldn't
be smart.
surprise me terribly. No.
Where were you at, Metal? Sorry.
Oh no. Oh yeah, I was talking about Halo, but I'm done talking about Halo. So, past that, yeah, like just maybe seeing some revivals, like you guys said, of some other franchises they have under their belts that we haven't seen for a while. Like I wouldn't hold out hope for any, rare revivals, but stranger things have happened. But I'm not holding out any hope for like a Banjo-Kazooie or a Conquer or, anything like that. But miracles do happen though every day.
They
Oh,
do.
We
yeah,
might
they
just
do.
get that new Perfect Dark or that new Banjo-Kazooie or something, but who knows at this point. I don't really have too much else to say about Microsoft, though, so.
And the reason why you're last, you're the host, you're the Xbox guy.
Of course.
I bet you got a lot
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, and since we're still playing Brady Bunch, I'm waving at you, Jeff. So it's your
Yeah,
turn,
hey.
buddy.
Let her rip, and I'm keeping an eye on the chat, so I might pepper in with chat comments. Just
Well,
just heads up.
thank you very much. And like we were talking about, I feel like we're on the same page that they are going to start with regardless of that Reset Era post, was true or not. I do believe they are going to start with a new trailer and more info dump regarding the PC release for Master Chief Collection. And hopefully a concrete release date when Reach is going to be available for both Windows 10 store as well as Steam. Because that would be nice. What follows after that? I agree with you. Like my dream announcement at this year's events, regardless of who it is, if it's at the Xbox One or even a Hail Mary at the PC Gaming Showcase, and I think that's happening the day after on Monday, is Virtua Fighter 6 for Sega. You know what I mean?
Some chat
You-
comments.
You cannot tell me that Sega isn't interested. You know what I mean?
LPH said, so we can confirm no grab by the ghoulies.
No.
Nope. Probably not.
And
Nope.
Starchild said he just thinks they're keeping some stuff more secret than others.
Which is
Well,
smart.
yeah.
Which they have.
Which is smart.
Which is smart, yeah. Go ahead, sorry. Like I said, I was popping in with the chat
That's
comments.
cool.
And then he ends with
Yeah.
LOL.
But no, it's smart because I forget which year it was. I think it was the first year that Phil took over back in 2014. Everything that was leaked when it was back at NeoGAF from that one user, like the entire list, like I can't blame them like holding stuff close to their chest before the official show. So that is a smart move after that debacle. But going back to what I was saying earlier, I would love to see that happen either at the Xbox showcase or the PC Gaming Showcase, a new Virtua Fighter. Or if that doesn't happen, granted, I would love that to see it happen, at least a new fighter, regardless if it's, another Killer Instinct or another long dormant installment that, Microsoft did pitch in to fund. You know what I mean? Like, cause I know we crap on Capcom, and it's rightfully so to a degree. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
But if it was announced at Xbox, either Darkstalkers 4 or the more realistic one being Rival Schools 3, that would make me happy.
Starchild asks, I'm guessing a safe bet Todd Howard won't be there.
Oh, after last year's debacle of Fallout 76?
Yes, lol, hero.
Yeah, he's gonna be there, but he's gonna be at his place
Hopefully
where he
just
feels
stay
he's gonna be the most
Bethesda's, yeah.
safest.
Don't go anywhere else.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You done goofed,
Yeah.
Todd.
Well, dude, even I can see that happening. Even at his own event, he'll be in the back. He'll be in the back
If
in the
he's
shadows,
smart.
cowering,
If he's
saying like, "I don't want to go out there." They got
Todd the coward, you should, yeah.
Yeah, he
Todd
is.
the Fraud Howard.
Yeah, dude.
Todd the fraud, rat, bastard, coward.
No. See, the Rat B one goes to Randy Pitchford, especially with all the allegations that are coming out as of late. He
Yeah.
deserves
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Lord Doom said Todd Coward wasn't invited. Fallout 76 was the biggest letdown ever. Boy, howdy.
Statement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from a game going from its initial release price of $60 to in the same week, at the end of the same week it launches, to $20 on Amazon should be saying enough. But going back to my predictions, I would love to see, again, I know we like to crack on Capcom, most in the right sense because of what they've been doing with Street Fighter V this generation, but I would love to see either Dark Stalkers 4 or, again, more realistically, a Rival Schools 3 announced there, and I can see it happening because Hideaki Itsuno has been saying that's another game he's been wanting to do for years besides Devil May Cry 5. You know what I mean?
Right.
For others, I would love to see more fighters, not only on that platform, but just more in the genre like how it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Again, it's nice to see that genre becoming more accepted again in the masses, but I just like to see a little bit more of a push, if you get what I'm saying. I do believe there is going to be more Gears 5 news because I feel like they've been saving that for this year's E3, which does make sense. I wonder if that supposed leaked release of October is true, so that's going to be interesting. For what Ninja said earlier about a revived Rare IP, I still believe it's going to happen, but unlike most people, I don't think it's to be Banjo-Kazooie. I would like to be proven wrong and see a 20th anniversary remaster happen. That would be nice. But of all of the revivals happening out of their IPs being realistic, I still think it's going to be Perfect Dark. Because, say we will with Microsoft, but like all their genres that they have on portfolio with regards to PC or the Xbox console space, most of them are shooters, right?
Most. Mm-hmm. Good chunk, yeah.
So it would make sense for their portfolio, you know what I mean?
By the way, chat comment, go ahead. I'll ask you.
Lord Doom, I want to love that game so badly, but I just couldn't do another one, but continue, Jer, sorry.
Actually, no, you already read it, so.
Okay. Oops. But yeah, like I would love to see that happen, but I guess it's a wait and see in regards to Rare. But I am happy to say, like it stated earlier, that going forward, granted, how you feel about Sea of Thieves, I'm just glad that they're doing new things as a studio.
Yes, new IPs, like I've been saying.
Mm-hmm. Granted, I'm one of those people that grew up with Rare back in the day when they were still known as Rare with the NES/Super NES generation. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's the one thing that I always gravitated me towards that studios was new engaging properties, not the same crap that they were doing, sadly enough, when they were bought by Microsoft. You know what I mean? And again, I feel for that. I do feel for those fans that want that, but at the same time, I'm just happy they're doing new things and not doing, the things that we were just talking about a couple minutes ago, saying like, oh, just lackadaisical crap that we grew up with for the last decade. You know what I mean? But I don't know if Rare's going to announce a lot. I think they're just going to announce like extensions to Sea of Thieves, but I do believe they're going to save what they have cooking for next gen, obviously for next year, for E3 2020. That would make more sense. Or whatever that supposed event, like what happened in the PlayStation 4's announcement, happens for the next box early next year. You know what I mean? Because they do have to show off a couple games, obviously. And I'm not saying that I don't think it would happen at this year's E3 either. I just think they're going to be small teases and small hints, not big reveals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But getting into acquisitions, I do believe it's either going to be one or two big acquisitions, or one small one and one big one. I'd like to see one of them, like I said earlier, be Remedy, because again, I know it's been long, but I would love to see a new Alan Wake. I think that's one of the more unique IPs that the developer has done in the space of horror these last couple generations, to be honest. The other one, however, I would say a wild card, someone we didn't expect to see be bought up by Microsoft, or even from Microsoft. That's my guess. But I do believe they're going to end it off with Halo Infinite, because I feel like that's going to be their big send off before, like they did last year, and with it was 2017 when they announced originally Project Scorpio, right, with that small teaser. Mm-hmm. I feel like I feel like those two things are going to be how they end the show, with not only the big reveal of Halo Infinite, but leading into that, the announcement of the console or consoles that are going to represent the next generation for Xbox. And then a little bit of the ideas of what they're cooking for the next generation. You know what I mean? Regardless of games or like features, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it, really, on my end. So,
All right.
Okay.
Guys in the chat, like,
Just
what are yours?
If you guys didn't hear him, he was just saying, how about you guys? What do you guys think for your own predictions out there? We want to hear them before we wrap up and all that jazz.
I was gonna say, since Microsoft and Nintendo have been on good terms lately, and since Microsoft managed to get Cuphead released on the Switch, Nintendo's got to compromise release from one of their games onto the Xbox One somehow.
You know, I can see happening.
What?
I can see Rare Replay being announced from Nintendo Directs.
Lord Doom came up with one,
Yeah.
and yes, we talked about fighters. I forgot about this other genre that's ignored on Xbox. He said a new RPG.
I mean, hell, Kyle, that's your name. It's in your name.
I know.
So, yeah, that's a good point.
But if anything, if it was to come to RPGs, then I would like to say all of Mistwalker's games that they released on the 360 either get backwards compatible on the Xbox One, or at least announce PC versions of those games, because I would really love to play Lost Odyssey.
Now,
on
I
PC.
could see, like Jeff said, I don't see Persona coming, but I could see some SMT game coming, or some Atlas RPG.
Persona 5
remember,
Scramble.
Atlas is owned by Sega, not by Sony. They can go whatever they want. Starchild says his prediction is cross-platform. Basically, like, you could play on, doesn't matter what system you're playing on. And more backwards compatibility. Yes, I actually do see that. More backwards compatible announcements. LPH says he predicts, and like I said, you can do whatever you want with the predictions. They are getting closer, a lot closer. He predicts a crossover game from Nintendo and Microsoft.
It's when you see that, because they're even closer than they were back in the mid-2000s when they were making games for the DS.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Some new Microsoft game, and it's a Donkey Kong. I don't know.
Hey, I wouldn't mind that. Like, I mean, that's the sad thing about...
Hey,
continue, go. What?
I was gonna say, if they wanted to, how they have how they had that remake of GoldenEye planned for the Xbox 360 before it got canceled, have it be like a cross-gen release between the Nintendo Switch and Xbox One.
For all we know, that could be a realistic thing happening at this year's event. We don't know. I mean,
would be a smart decision, and if Microsoft can't get it released exclusively on the Xbox One or anything.
Or better yet, like that studio that's being developed right now, that suppose quadruple A studio that's sad. That's how it's been, that's how they're selling it.
I'm gonna be a quintuple A, so I beat them. If they could just pull it out their butt, I pull out quintuple A.
I'm gonna be an
octuple
A developer, and we're gonna make movie-based games with no gameplay. And we brought up a new somebody, and that's gonna be David Cage. He's quit Sony, and he's coming over to Microsoft.
I've heard it already. Yeah. Don't you know he's an abuser?
Well, we want you to feel the experience. We don't even care about gameplay at all. We don't even have gameplay whatsoever. It's all just the movie. We just want you to feel the whole movie. Not the game, the movie.
You just gave me a horrible idea. Seeing him and freaking Mononute team up for a game. Oh, God. But,
him and Hideo Kojima being butt buddies together.
Ooh, Starchild, you're hurting me.
Yeah, you saw what he put?
Yeah, you mean the game The Quiet Man?
Oh,
you mean the game that me and Jerry and Kyle thought that was potential? But get back to what I was saying. I would like to see a collaboration between Nintendo and Microsoft with Microsoft's new studio, The Initiative. And I can see it happening because...
Ask, can I get a Marvel Endgame game?
Well, we are, but it's from Square, sadly.
What is going on? My dad been saying that for the past,
10
years. He's like, Where are the games? These are big movies. They usually get crossover tie-in games.
No, but it's only Avengers because screw the other IPs from Marvel. No one wants a Daredevil game.
Apparently.
Or Iron Fist.
Oh, no. That would be a beat-em-up with Iron Fist or a beat-em-up / half detective game with Daredevil? No, that's...
I know.
No, nobody wants an X-Men game.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
who remembers the X-Men?
A new team RPG like X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Nah, son.
I know.
Get that bad taste of X-Men Destiny out my mouth. I'm still salty about that. Well, seriously.
Thank you, Dennis Dyack.
Oh, remember I was so hyped.
I know.
And then I got
guys. We call him Dennis Dyack, but can we call him by his official name, Dennis Dyke?
I mean Dennis Duke.
Yeah, thank you.
Duke, Dyke, I don't care.
What else? Star Child said earlier, I didn't notice this. He said, LPH said a GoldenEye game, yes. And Star Child said, I think Microsoft should try to get some of these mobile games onto the Xbox here. I was saying that.
Yeah.
Exactly. If Sony won't do it, Microsoft, that's a big one. Get Honkai Impact.
And that Ruby game that's released in China, that's a side-scrolling beat.
Get Honkai Impact, and you need RPGs, get Star Ocean and Nemesis. Make consoleized versions
from you, dude. It's actually a good game.
Yes. And Final Fantasy Break, Exvius, and Dissidia, Opera, Omnia,
make
Final
consoleized
Fantasy.
versions of those. I'll be like, well, I'm getting an Xbox. And LPH asked also, and can DC going to make other games besides Batman?
I was just about to bring it up because there was a big oopsie from a supposed concept artist over Rocksteady on Twitter recently. We posted a JL-related GIF. So a lot of people are assuming that they're not doing Batman, but Justice League.
Okay, my heart would go aflutter for that.
Yeah. Hey, if it's Justice League or Green Lantern Corps, I'll be happy either way.
I'll be at your house. I see that, all of a sudden I'm just like on your floor, like drooling,
Ditto.
like, oh.
Ditto.
And your cat's just gonna be like, what happened here?
It's like, okay, who died?
Oh, great! I gotta eat them both.
You remember when Hey, you remember when LPH said Gears of War, sex and violence the Americans way? I was about to say, well, to add on top of that, since you need to add more sex to or just sexual themes to the Xbox One's games. How about new Leisure Suit?
Well,
yes.
You brought that up because there was a recent one, and of all things, they were referencing the name from D4, Dark Dreams Don't Die.
Yeah.
And funny enough, from what I've been reading and watching in regards to the reviews, it sounds like a true return to form. You said that, Kyle. Me just talking about that, you know which IP I would like to see Microsoft acquire? Because if that...
Bubble Bath Babes?
I'm sorry?
Or IP for Microsoft to acquire? I was going to say Bubble Bath Babes. Oh, wait a minute. That's an old obscure
that is.
title.
But
anyway,
what
is it?
You know how Leisure Suit Larry, Doom, and all these other retro IPs have shown that a game or an IP can be revived in current year, 2019? If those can be revived accordingly, then Duke Nukem can as well, too.
Yes. Microsoft.
Yes.
Snatch Duke Nukem away from Randy
Pitchford.
Far away
greasy,
from Randy Pitchford.
slimy, AIDS-crusted claws.
And that's saying it nicely.
Lord Doom said, man, D4, I really want to see how that story ends.
Ditto. That'd be another nice thing, too, since there was going to be a Season 2, but because of what happened with Square's original development team and leaving the industry, I would like to see that as a nice announcement that they're going to finish up Season 2.
But still, it pisses me off that people are still willing to defend Borderlands with all the allegations that Randy Pitchford has been.
Didn't we just see on Instagram where somebody was defending a certain someone that has proof that he's a creep, and he kept saying, "Where's the proof?"
Mm-hmm. You mean the guy that totally isn't a pro?
Yeah. Yeah. Where's the proof? We all told him, dude.
We all told him. How are you that oblivious?
I can't believe I missed it, and I thought that was even hilarious. But
and then I was like, Jeff, check this out. And then you checked it; it was already deleted.
Yeah, I know. But but going back to what I was saying, like seriously, I feel like that regardless of what Pitchford thinks, and ironically, it was one of the original team members that worked on Duke 3D and Forever. Really shows how much he cares about that IP. That just give the rights to. I don't care if it's either Microsoft or Devolver Digital or even the guys that revived 3D Realms, the developer of Rise of Triad 2013 Interceptor. Just give it to someone else who wants to do games. I mean, hell, John St. John, who's been voicing the character since 1996's release of Duke Nukem 3D, has stated continuously on Twitter that he wants to reprise that role so bad. But no, we're not getting a new game. The only new thing we're getting is a movie.
With Mr. Ruthless
Lord Doom said,
himself.
People will defend anything I've learned, except DMC5 Subhuman.
Right?
Except for Jared, I already said his name, him, he did the same thing, and yet this guy was defending him on Instagram, and I was like, okay.
Like, no, you know what ticks me off?
2019 Facebook.
Bad. It's unacceptable. Unless if you're found out to be a pedophile, then that's how it becomes serious and bad.
Why does it have to go that bad before you throw someone out?
Because people don't care.
They don't care unless then it's like, but this is already bad enough.
They're just acceptors of mediocrity. That's
why
all
does it have to get
to.
that bad?
No, I'm agreeing. Like what we were talking about earlier, and I know we're dovetailing a bit because of the topic that we should be on.
Yeah,
but compared to apples and oranges, freaking Pitchford and Pro Jared, they're vastly different things. Especially from when we heard a picture as a leasing from the former VP of Gearbox stuff. They're both separately, but they're both bad things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One's an uber creep. One's just an idiot.
Yeah. And is there anything else you guys want to put in there for predictions? Or is that it? We'll just wrap it up.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
I'm asking the chat.
That sounds. Yeah, that sounds.
Is there anything else you want to throw out there? It's up to you.
The only things I see is Lord Doom. People will defend anything I've learned except DMC5's Subhuman, which we talked about already. LPH is good. 2019 facepalm. Lord Doom again. It's one of those situations where you think that's a weird hit to want to heal to die on, but okay.
Yeah. That was me and Double R with that guy on Instagram.
And maybe it's good thing I missed it too, because
that was me back then. I think last week when with what Nintendo enthusiasts posted about the allegations about Randy Pitchford, when all those people were coming up and say, I'm still gonna buy Borderlands just to piss off the armies. Or they were like, oh, you're having these problems with Randy Pitchford and Borderlands? Well, guess what? You're the problem with this country.
I want to clarify. F those people, obviously, because you and I and even Jerry said that to that particular person. But I'm not trying to say that I'm demeaning people who want to buy Borderlands 3. Right. Because you know what? It's not Randy's Pitchford. It is Randy's Pitchford's fault. But don't make the don't make the studio itself suffer because of your CEO being a complete and utter idiot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, is there anything else?
Well, PH already said he has nothing. So I wrote going once.
Going twice.
Going twice.
Absolutely nothing.
And go. I'll count 5 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 1 M I. Crooked letter I. Crooked letter I. Humpback I. And they got nothing.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
No, not that, please.
No, not Gucci gang.
Starchild said I can't think of it anymore, and
I'm trying.
That's how I feel about WWE now.
I'm trying to make you unleash your rage on kids who,
blared Gucci gang while playing Fortnite.
But here's the thing, Double R. It's not going to be the kids. It's going to be you. I mean, you're the one that mentioned Gucci gang to begin with. But to wrap up,
nothing else. To wrap it up.
Anything else, guys? I think we.
Nope. I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, we actually did more than I thought we would. So.
Yeah.
Xbox is kind of like got more going for them than we thought.
I know. Well, to be fair, the last couple of years, I mean, they've been doing better than freaking Sony, and that's saying a lot.
They have, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, so much to the point that they're totally not going to be at this year's event.
Star Child said, "Unleashing the hate is a good thing." Sometimes.
It is. It is, though.
So I guess we're gonna plug.
Yep.
Yep.
Since I'm hosting this week for the episode, I'll go first because mine's short. Twitter.com/16bitjeff, Twitch.tv/16bitjeff. You can follow me on what's going on over at Twitter in regards to what's going on my end. I'm eventually going back to streaming. I don't know when yet. Maybe post E3 after all this is done and everything's back to the norm. So that'll be like mid-late June at best, but I am looking forward to getting back into streaming eventually. Again, Twitch.tv/16bitjeff. And if you guys haven't seen, we do have a Discord at the bottom of the video player that you're currently watching right now. So you can either click on that link to be notified and go into our server, or here's a link provided too, so you can present invites. So either way, it's the best way to interact with us, the quickest way, in fact, to get notified and talk with us first and foremost, compared to our Facebook and Twitter, both being /TGF, all the Geek Fighters, all one word. So yeah, that's it on my end. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Yeah, you already got your links there.
You can follow... Yep. You can follow me on youtube.com/RPG Reviews. That's where I work on most of my content. I'm currently working on the Final Fantasy retrospective with episode 10 that covers all games related to Final Fantasy 13 as well as Final Fantasy Type 0, but just mainly Final Fantasy Type 0 for that only game in that part of the Fabulanova Chrysalis Final Fantasy multimedia project. So yeah, that's coming along very nicely. Hopefully I'll get that before the end of the year arrives, but who knows. You can also follow me on facebook.com/RPG Reviews. That's my Facebook fan page. You can follow me on twitter.com/RPG Reviews. That's my personal page on Twitter. And you can follow me on twitch.tv/RPG Reviews, although I seem to have entered the Twitch incorrectly in the chat. So let me go ahead and make that that fixture there. There we go. But yeah, still follow us here on the Geek Fighters Twitch, too, if you have not done so already. But yeah, as far as live streaming goes, haven't really decided when I'm going to make a comeback. I might make a comeback eventually, probably around after E3 or so, but haven't really decided. But be on the lookout for more content coming from me in the future that you're definitely not going to find anywhere else, and especially on the Geek Fighters. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to not only next week when we talk about Nintendo, but I'm looking forward to this Saturday with New Age of Heroes, and of course its title is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So that ought to be a lot of fun. Anyway, that's it on my end.
All right, my turn. All right. Check me out on YouTube at Visible Ninja Dojo. Follow me on Twitter at Visible Ninja 0. And of course, check out hero-club.com for all your superhero news.
Definitely do that, or else you're gonna make Kitty sad on his lap.
And of course, we were saving the best for last.
All right. Follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/fightercouse, just like it's spelled there, and it's all one word. And I'm the same everywhere. Instagram.com/fightercouse, Facebook.com/fightercouse, YouTube.com/Brad Burns Rival, because I didn't come up with Fighter Couse yet at that time. But the channel is named Fighter Couse. So, you could just search on YouTube for Fighter Couse if you don't remember the URL. Tapas.io and Ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com/Fighter Couse. I do webcomics and arts and all that, and the videos too, and these streams. You want to help me out? Right now, I am literally broke. This is all old stuff. And I need to pay the bills. And if you want to help me out with that, check out my Twitter pin tweet. Or if you can remember it, ko-fi.com/fightercouse.
Yep.
And the webcomics. Just like I said, everything's in my pin tweet. Just go there. Just read the webcomics, gives me ad revenue.
Yep.
Sharing the webcomics helps even more with that. If you don't have any money, that's the best way to do it. Just read my webcomics and share them out.
And with that, I think that's a wrap. Thank you, everyone, for joining this week's episode for the Road to E3 miniseries that we're doing. Next Wednesday will be the last one, I think, and that'll be on Nintendo, same time, 4 p.m. EST, correct?
Yes, that is correct. So we're entering my
Yes, we are.
next Wednesday.
We're saving the best for last. But this Saturday, like Cal stated earlier, we will be continuing our streams per usual at 5 p.m. But this week we'll be starting MVC2, right? Okay.
Yes.
So look forward to that on here on twitch.tv/TheGeekFighters. But for that, I'm 16-Bit Jeff.
I'm Double RPG.
I'm Visible Ninja.
I'm Fighter Cows.
And Jerry, since you're the leader of our group, your sign off.
Nimu. Kanyo.
We'll see you guys this Saturday and again next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace out.
Piccolo popping bottles, y'all.